Have you ever found yourself wondering why some people just can't resist those who seem calm, grounded, and completely unbothered? Or maybe you've noticed that those who step back and stay silent somehow hold a magnetic influence that others are drawn to. If you're curious about the power of quiet strength, you're in the right place. Today we're focusing on the powerful Stoic principle: step back, stay silent, and watch them come running, exploring how this subtle move can change the way people respond to you. This isn't about playing hard to get or putting up walls. It's about finding strength in restraint and clarity in silence. Two tools the Stoics believed held incredible power over our inner lives and our relationships. By the end of this video, you'll understand how this mindset shift can transform your interactions and give you a newfound sense of control and confidence. So relax and get ready to explore the Stoic approach to influence and peace. Before we begin, make sure to hit that subscribe button and tap the notification bell so you don't miss more videos like this one. Are you ready? Let's jump right in. Understanding the step-back mindset. Stepping back isn't about giving up or retreating. It's about reclaiming a sense of control that we often lose when we're constantly reacting to everything around us. In Stoic philosophy, stepping back is the first choice you make to see things clearly, not clouded by impulse or emotion. Think of a moment when someone criticized you, questioned your ideas, or challenged your values. The immediate reaction might be to defend yourself, correct them, or prove your worth. But stepping back allows you to choose a response that's calm and intentional, not driven by ego or a need for validation. Imagine stepping back as creating space in a garden. Just as plants need room to grow and thrive, our minds need space to process and make sense of the world. Without that space, we're in a constant state of sensitivity, our thoughts tangled like overgrown vines choked by opinions and reactions. Stepping back clears some of that space, letting the dust settle and revealing things for what they truly are. You're no longer pulled along by the immediate need to act. Instead, you allow time and clarity to shape your response. This practice of stepping back can shift your entire perspective. When we rush to respond, we often miss different perspectives of a situation, overlooking details that reveal what's really going on. Stepping back allows you to become an observer of your own emotions, the actions of others, and the broader context. It's here that you begin to see things with the wisdom of a Stoic, embracing the reality that not everything deserves your immediate attention or reaction. This mindset doesn't just make you calm, it makes you wiser. Stepping back transforms challenges into opportunities to understand rather than react. In relationships, it allows you to see where someone else is coming from, instead of assuming or judging. In conflicts, it lets you hold on to your peace instead of being drawn into arguments that drain your energy. This shift doesn't mean you care less, it simply means you're choosing to engage from a place of strength rather than impulsivity. Stepping back then becomes an active choice. It's a reminder that true power doesn't need constant assertion. By pausing, you create space for self-reflection and for others to reveal themselves. And in that space, people are often drawn to you, not because you're demanding their attention, but because you've shown you're comfortable in your own. Not to be swayed by every opinion. Another powerful area in which this practice can be applied is in moments of conflict. Arguments and disagreements often escalate because we feel the need to make our point heard above the other person's. But what if you chose to stay silent instead? By listening without interrupting or reacting, you allow the other person to express themselves fully, often diffusing the intensity of the situation. Many times, people simply want to feel heard, and your silence can provide them with that space. Once they've spoken their piece, you can respond from a calm, centered place, which often leads to a more constructive outcome. This approach doesn't mean you're passive or avoiding the issue. It means you're taking control by choosing when and how to engage. Social media. Social media is another area where this Stoic power move can be transformative. It's easy to get pulled into heated debates, quick comments, or the need to respond to every message. But consider taking a moment before posting or replying. Ask yourself, is this response necessary? Will it add value to the conversation? Or am I simply reacting? The best choice might be to say nothing at all. By stepping back from the noise of social media, you're not only protecting your peace, but also preserving your integrity. Silence here isn't about neglecting your voice, it's about using it more wisely and when it truly matters. In the workplace, work is another area where stepping back and staying silent can build your reputation and influence. In meetings, for instance, try holding back from jumping in immediately with your thoughts or opinions. Instead, listen thoroughly to what others are saying, take mental notes, and observe the dynamics in the room. When you finally speak, your words will carry more weight, as people will recognize that you've taken the time to consider the conversation before contributing. This presence, grounded in observation and silence, conveys confidence and self-assurance. People will naturally come to respect your input more because they'll sense that you're not speaking just to be heard, but because you genuinely have something meaningful to add. Making it a habit. To make this practice part of your daily life, start small. Choose one interaction each day where you consciously step back, stay silent, and observe. It could be in a conversation, during a meeting, or even while reading an email. Practice this approach consistently and pay attention to how it affects not only your relationships, but also your sense of inner peace. This habit doesn't mean you're detached or uninvolved. It simply means you're engaging from a place of strength, one that doesn't need constant validation. In time, these Stoic power moves become second nature. Stepping back, staying silent, and choosing when to act or speak starts to feel like an instinct, a natural choice that allows you to maintain control over your mind and emotions. It's a way of living that isn't easily swayed by the chaos of the world, but is grounded in strength. Overcoming the fear of missing out, FOMO. One of the greatest challenges to embracing the Stoic power move of stepping back and staying silent is the fear of being left behind, overlooked, or forgotten. In a world that values visibility and constant engagement, staying quiet can feel like a risk. What if people forget you? What if you miss out on opportunities because you didn't speak up or push yourself into the spotlight? These are valid concerns, but the Stoic perspective offers a different approach. Authentic influence and respect don't come from constant visibility, but from thoughtful, intentional actions that speak for themselves. When you let go of the need for constant validation, you start to feel a different kind of freedom, one rooted in self-worth and quiet confidence. Final reflection, becoming a source of quiet influence. The journey of stepping back, staying silent, and observing isn't just a tactic, it's a mindset. When you choose to live this way, you're cultivating a unique kind of influence, a quiet influence that doesn't need to be announced, but is deeply felt by those around you. Over time, you become a presence people remember, not for how loudly you spoke, but for the calm, grounded energy you brought to every situation.